I can't believe we're talking about another holiday already. I feel like it was just Memorial Day, right?
4th of July, right around the corner.
It might be tempting to shrug off the garden work in this summer heat, but it's a perfect time to use an easy, safe, and natural way to kill fungus, weeds, and insects in your soil. It's called solarizing.
And in the garden today, KCAL 9's Sylvia Lopez shows us the simple steps.
We are in the garden today at the beautiful Natural History Museum Gardens to talk about solarizing, and we're going to solarize this planter today to get ready to garden. Nick Federoff, thingsgreen.com. Welcome.
How you doing?
Great, thanks, Nick.
You know, I know that it's really hot.
Right.
But when we're talking about solarizing, we have to do it when it's really hot. So the thing that we have to really keep in mind is to listen to the weather report that Kai gives you. when he tells us that it's going to be 95 degrees or hotter for at least 2 weeks or so, that's what we want. So what we're going to do here is we're going to prepare our planter bed. The first thing we do, we bring in our soil amendments. Then we bring in our rototiller. And we rototill all this up.
Or we can use our handy dandy rake,
Which we're
going to do today.
Actually, what you're going to do right there. Now, I want to point at something out. We have a safety feature right here. We've got to be careful of. Whenever you put a rake on the ground, don't put the tines up like that. Otherwise, it's going to turn into a bad cartoon.
Yeah, I could see myself stepping right on that.
So what you do, you're going to make sure that you take and you leave it like that.
Okay.
So after you rototill it, it's going to be all
I'm just going to do this right now so we can get it nice and smooth.
Now, why did you flip it over?
Just
That's
so that
a good technique you have there. You're learning over here.
I'm telling you, I learned from the best, Nick.
Yeah, so what we're going to want to do is you want to flatten the area out as best as possible. As if you're getting ready to plant the vegetable or the flower bed garden in itself.
Good.
Once it's where you want it, then what you need to do is you need to bring out your hose or your sprinkler system, and you just want to soak it real good.
All the way.
All the day. You want to roll and get it down so it's like 3-4 inches. Or really water it. Once that's done, we have to cover it up. And we're going to cover it up with clear plastic. We do not want to use black plastic. Black plastic is actually going to harm the soil. We want to use clear plastic. And try to get a thick milled one. And the milled means how the thickness of it. So if you want to get like a 4 or something like that, that's a good thickness to it.
Get this at any garden store, I'm sure.
Any garden center, hardware center, sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're actually going to plop it right over the garden area. And we're going to cover up all the areas that we need to have covered up. Okay, now go ahead and
put a couple rocks right down.
Put a rock on there. And the reason why we put the rocks is for this exact reason that we're experiencing right now.
We got a lot of wind right now.
We got a lot of wind.
There you
go.
go.
Once we have this thing covered up, what we want to do is we want to go to the beach.
And we're going to wait.
We're just going to wait. As we're waiting like this, all right, 2 weeks has passed by.
Yay.
And Kai has told us that it's going to be still 102 degrees out there. We're still going to uncover this.
Our rocks.
We'll take this all up. And you don't want to throw this away because you could use it again and over and over. So once it's all done, this whole thing is going to be crusty as all get out. It's going to have a real thick film.
Almost like it's baked.
Exactly. Well, we're pasteurizing this, just like milk is pasteurized. Only this is a slower process.
So you're killing all the little things in there that are bad for your garden.
You have different fungi that are in there. You have insects that are in there. You're killing the weed seeds more than importantly. This is all natural here.
Nice.
You can't get much better than this. Now what you're going to do is once you've taken your rake and you've busted it up, you take and you come back and you water it in
Soak it again.
Soak it again. We're just cooling it down. That's all we're doing. Then we go back to the beach for one more time. All right, once we're done, once we're done with that, now it's time to plant. Okay, and it all depends on what you want to plant in there. You can take seeds and furrow all this out and plant seeds in there. You can take your actual plants and your sets, and you could put those seeds.
So you can do anything that you would have normally planted with this technique. It's just your soil's going to be that much better.
It's going to be that much better, and you know, a lot of people have a difficulty with putting chemicals in their garden. And it was about maybe 15 years ago. There was something that we used to use called sodium methyl dicarbonate. Sodium methyl dicarbonate was a soil sterilant or fumigant. Well, many years ago, what happened is that there was a train that derailed up in the high Sierras, killed everything.
Wow.
Just wiped it all out. That's why they took it off the market.
So they realized that's no good.
So this right here offered us the opportunity to do something different and safer.
Absolutely.
All at the same time.
All
Now, are you
natural.
going to get weeds? Yeah, you're still going to get weeds.
Yeah,
you're not going
always
to get
do.
you're not going to get that many.
Right.
You're going to get insects, not as many.
Right.
You're going to get fungus, not as much. So it's still the best of everything that we have to offer. And being in Southern California, the weather offers that information, the opportunity for it. So what I want you to do, come to my website, www.thingsgreen.com. I've got detailed information on here that's for free in a PDF format, and we're going to rock and roll and make sure that you are weed and insect and disease free in your garden.
Awesome. Great tips. Great technique. Thanks, Nick.